Previously on the fourth culture. Tsunami came out to see us having successfully defeated the sandworm, never mind. We fought the sandworm and it died. Yes, very good. So after that, we asked, do you want to come with us to the temple? And she said, no, it's okay, thank you. So we went by ourselves. We spoke with Harold, who is the celestial that Kaman summoned. Apparently, all the celestials that Kaman summoned is named Harold. We think, because of the prayer, which Kaman will go into a little bit later. Yes. So Harold was holding a very giant bow, and he shot the way up the stairs to make sure that there are no traps. There are no traps, but now there's a lot of damage to masonry. Not sure how I feel about this vandalism. But anyway, we went to the temple, and then after that, Kaman cast detect magic and noticed that there was magic on the portcullis. Bara cast dispel magic, and then the portcullis raised, and then this magical effect occurred. To the rest of us, we have no idea what happened. We know that time stopped for 3 hours, and all of us were like, eh. And then Bara was talking to the body that was inside the temple, which turned out to be her uncle Rex. Not just her uncle, it's more like a great, don't know how many more greats, Uncle Rex, who was a rock star, very famous one, toured the world. He was wearing a t-shirt with all the various locations that he toured before, and he was stuck on the floor, midway strumming a power chord on this beautiful mandolin that was in his hands. Yes. And yes, he woke up and had golden flames in his eyes. He also appeared very much to be a lich. Not a lychee, a lich is different. It's not fruit, it's undead. So he spoke with Bara, and they commiserated with one another about the fact that the family don't support, their music lah and things like that lah, don't think too well of their careers, things like that. So after that, Rex explained that he is trapped in the temple by somebody, and he asked, can I move into your head? So, cause family, I go into your head lah. Then after that, we go out together lah, no problem. And then Bara was rightfully alarmed because nobody should be in your head except for you. Okay, children? Do not let anyone in your head without permission. And even with permission, just don't, because, your head only so small. Don't do it. Anyway, Bara tried to escape, but then it didn't work. And then after that, because Bara is a very charismatic person, he managed to persuade Rex not to possess him and ask, okay, so who trapped you? Exactly what happened? Turns out that it was Agatha that he pissed off a long time ago, and who put him there to, reflect and repent, in the words of one of our wise leaders. Yes. So, she spoke with Bara and explained that, he is an asshole, and until he gives up his mandolin, he is not going to be able to leave. So Bara explained the terms, and then they decided, okay lah, if you cannot leave without the mandolin, then we exchange lah. You get Slayer since it fits more your aesthetic, and then Bara gets the mandolin, which also fits more his aesthetic. So they exchange, and then after that, Rex disappeared. And then the party came out of stasis, seeing Bara there with a new mandolin. Hey, good. Yes, then we also saw this t-shirt fall to the ground, which was the one that Rex was wearing. We leveled up to level 13. Yay, ding. And then after that, we went back to Yafir, who introduced us to the leaders of his scout teams, Crystal, Joachim, and Tajana. He showed us a map of Twilight's End with very large X's over areas that have been destroyed, which unfortunately was a lot of the map because a lot of places have been destroyed. And then after that, he asked, how can our party help with the invasion of Twilight's End? So we explained our strengths to him, like number one strength being, Bob, the flying human carrier. Very good, very helpful. We can go to places where no one else can. So he suggested that we take back Dawnbright Palace in 4 days' time. And Dawnbright Palace is where their leaders are staying. And he warned us also about Balta, the giant seated, because he might appear out of nowhere and then, disrupt everything. So he got us a meeting with some members of the sect so we can, the shacks, yes, the shacks. So we can ask them some questions about magic and things like that and the gods. So Bara, I suggested for Bara to go talk to Sonali about his new mandolin before he just started strumming, just get it, how you say, identified so he knows the exact usage, get the user manual. And also, just talk to Sonali so poor thing, Anyway, so they talked to one another, and Sonali basically said that she wants to rekindle their relationship. And then Bara was like, not very certain, because so far every time he fall in love with a woman, bad things happen to that woman. Not necessarily because of Bara, but life of a PC is never simple. Anyway, yeah, so he was concerned about starting a relationship with Sonali in case, something happened to her, like, kidnapped by evil god, turned into tentacle monster, that sort of thing. Anyway, yeah, so he said that maybe later after we do business, we see how things go, okay? Okay, so she identified the mandolin as a Kanaeth mandolin, and it's a very powerful item. So the rest of us were eating lunch and waiting outside, and then Kaman overheard some of the conversation and then confronted Bara. Why don't you stop Sonali from leaving? Because she was going off to do something. You all watch to see what happens there. Anyway, so Bara confessed that he might like Kie. And we were like, what? And then he did the thing where he poop and then disappeared somewhere and then tried to sneak away. And then we were like, yeah, not surprising. We sort of saw that a little bit coming. But so how do you feel about it, Kie? And then Kie was also like, I don't know, I'm not sure. So there's a lot of uncertainty there on the relationships. Not sure what's going on. But anyway, focus on the work. We went to meet the members of the sects. There was Pornam from the Verdant Waters, Master Feng Wei from the Enlightened Jasmine, and Sir Childs from the Amethyst Grove. I explained to them we wanted to kill Boda, and they explained that in order to kill a god, you need to A, remove all his believers, either by killing them or converting them to another religion. So after that, we went outside to talk a bit, and we realized that because of what we learned in Sigil, where our people can now cast magic without the use of Intan, that might be powerful and new enough to create a new religion. So now, our own Kaman is going to be a leader of a cult. I'm not sure this was such a great idea. But anyway, so we made this big demonstration. We called all the sect people to come and watch. And then we did things where Kaman stripped down to his bare nakedness. Well, not all the way, just until he was wearing pants, don't worry, okay? And then after that, he cast a spell. He said, ha, look, no Intan. And people, no Intan! And then, that's where we left off, with Kaman being surrounded by a lot of very curious wizards about why he can cast spells with no Intan. Back to you.
Woo!